Yeah.
Bob, you're on the air.
It's Bobo.
All right, Bobo.
Hey, how you guys doing? Listen, I got the 4 questions. You can hang in there. Who on the show, honestly, could you say, yourself, Jackie, Fred, or Gary, or Sted and John, feels they have been beaten down by their spouse?
Beaten down by their spouse the most?
Yeah.
The most of all the guys.
That's a tough question.
Well, what's the answer? Let's think about it.
I'd like to think that I am not beaten down by my spouse, but...
You lose a few battles.
I lose battles.
Yeah.
But you're still fighting.
It's like I can go to scores. I mean, Jackie...
He has to ask permission for almost everything.
Yeah, he gets yelled at for a lot of stuff.
Fred,
But then again, Jackie's so wild that maybe that's what you got to do to tame Jackie.
You still get laid occasionally.
Yeah. I think Jackie's the most beaten down.
It's
Although
not
Gary. It might be Gary. It's Gary.
He seems to think it's Gary.
Ever since Gary had kids, he's really miserable.
Yeah, you know what? And Howard,
no offense.
And I think that's the difference, that, I have to spend more time at home, but
right.
I think Jackie, really, I think I might be second, but Jackie's pretty beaten down.
Yeah, maybe.
He can't even do, he couldn't come to my bachelor party. He tells us he's coming to scores, but
my wife couldn't prevent me from going.
He had to work that night for the bachelor party.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't?
No, that's a complete lie. He just didn't want to come because it was going to wreck his marriage.
Right. Right. Now, how does going to a bachelor party wreck your marriage?
I do not remember the incident, but I've done plenty of things to wreck my marriage.
Most of them.
But this is Jackie does do things, but he picks and chooses his battles, and that's a beaten man.
Right. Right. Okay, I'm with you. Gary, good point.
My battles, okay.
All right, I think Jackie's the most beaten down. To answer your question, Bobo.
Oh, all right.
Now you got an answer. I'm with Gary on this.
Smart enough not to argue in here.
Howard, I got some more questions.
Well, you don't know what's going on with Fred.
Yeah,
Fred's been kind of tight-lipped.
That's the whole unknown,
Listen, Howard.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty beaten down in the sense that there's a lot of stuff I just don't do because I think I don't want to do it.
Right.
But you don't want the fight is what you don't.
Right, so I'm pretty sure I'm programmed that way.
I mean, I've had my moments where things have been the Titanic of...
We're just talking about a beaten man, not just whether your marriage is good or not.
No. Right. Yeah, forget about whether your marriage is good, whether you're beaten.
What about John?
Nah, I don't feel that.
Stuttering John, I don't know. I think he's too stupid to be beaten.
Yeah.
He's a dopey guy.
Clueless.
He'll just do what he wants to do.
I don't think you can stop him. Yeah, he doesn't even know.
It's like a train wreck.
He sits around asking, is it cheating to do this or that?
Right. He doesn't even know.
He doesn't even know
what cheating is.
Yeah.
Howard, I got some more questions.
Yeah.
What do you think of having all the staff's wives beauty pageant?
That ain't going to happen.
No?
Nobody needs that.
Well, my wife, out of all the wives, is a professional.
Yeah.
She ain't going to be in no beauty pageant.
Doesn't have time for that.
She's got clients and patients. She's
got a reputation to maintain.
She's a therapist. The other yentas would probably
They're
do
all
it.
actresses.
Yeah, they're all so-called actresses. Jackie's wife, you'd have to tie her down to keep her away from a beauty pageant.
Fred's wife would come in here and make out with the judges.
Right. And John's wife is a big famous actress, too.
Oh, yeah.
And Howard, look, the other night on the Oscars, did you see Mariah Carey? She put on weight.
She did. Joan Rivers said to Mariah Carey, to her face, said, people are saying you put on weight, but I don't think so. But I think Joan was being kind.
Yeah, she was just trying to point it out without...
Houston, what a difference with Houston.
I'm usually very attracted to Mariah Carey. I did not think she looked good.
I know, you had that clip on the Saturday Night Show, and she looked really hot there.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Joan wasn't being kind. She was the one who was saying Mariah Carey was...
Oh, she was?
Want to own up to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she was...
Oh, that's funny. I didn't see that part.
Backing into the insult.
Oh, okay.
Give me a break.
All right, Bobo, does that answer your questions?
Yeah, I have one more question.
Yeah.
Does Fred still keep you from checking out his comedy bits that he has in his Felix the Cat green bag?
Yes.
He does?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff Fred's got in there. No one can look. You still carry a bag, right, with all your little stuff?
I still carry a bag.
Yeah, Bobo, you come look. We ain't looking.
I looked once. I almost got beaten up.
Yeah, we did that once. It was very, very tough.
Big TV show this Saturday night, Carmen Electra.
Cool.
Dirty Joke Animation, James Brown, Penthouse Wannabes. The farting hitting camera stuff is really good with Don King and Devin the Porn Star. Sable from the WWF. Black Jeopardy's real good.
Wow.
Jennifer Tilly, Mark Harris storms out of here, and he's dressed like an Arab sheik, and I'm not sure why. I forget why.
I do.
Why?
He's a fag.
Benji, why?
He wouldn't take a polygraph test to find out whether he had anal sex or not.
Yeah, but why was he dressed like a sheik?
Oh, because that was like a new production he was working on. he was doing some show where he was a sheep, but every week it's a new show.
He doesn't do any shows.
I think it had something to do with a song he wanted to do, didn't it?
Yeah. Benji and High Pitch Eric actually kiss. It is the funniest. It is so damn funny.
That's not a nice show, Rocks, man.
Thank you. And also, you're going to see Gary driving a monster truck after me and Gary have a fight.
About it. Yeah.
And Satan punches out Marital's Larry Green.
All right, man.
All right.
Nice talking with you.
Later.
All right, bye.
That's Joe.
Joe what? Joe Mama?
Falls down.
No, that was last week.
No, we're going to put that in every week.
Putting it in again?
That'll be in again. Every week that goes in. Joe Frazier falling down. I decided that goes in every week.
You were kidding.
No. It's in every week. Somebody sent me an email and asked, well, here, this is kind of an interesting question. And I don't even know that we want to get into it right now.
What?
Okay, Stuttering John has like a disc jockey show after our show here in New York, like for an hour.
It's an all-request show.
Yeah. And I know that the real DJ who does the show can't stand it because she ends up being John's board op.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, the guy was saying, gee, John must make decent money between the disc jockey gig and his appearances and his stock market investments.
Well, he said from here alone he's making like 40 now.
Right. So the listener asked me, who makes more money? Scott the engineer, Ronnie the limo driver, Baba Booey, Fred, Stuttering John, and Jackie. They want to know who makes the most money. You think you know the answers?
I don't Baba Booey.
You know who makes the most?
I'm pretty sure I know who makes the most.
This could cause a lot of problems.
So I don't even know. Well, wait a second. I don't know. Do we want to get into this?
Look, Jackie's face is already screwed up.
Fine with me.
Jackie's ready.
Jackie's face is already screwed up. It's a new negotiation.
See, so maybe we don't.
It's funny because a magazine.
Nobody knows what Fred makes.
A magazine called me. Pretty well. I'll tell you, Brill's Content.
Right.
And they were.
I never heard of that. What is that? Are there a million magazines now?
Yes,
there are so many.
I get them here at the radio station. They send them for free.
And they keep making new ones.
Yep.
What do you think of that movie, that magazine Bikini? They send that to me all the time.
I think that I get to the middle and I look at the girls in bikinis and then I go to the next magazine.
It's a weird magazine.
What is that one?
It's like one of these new, Generation X.
Right.
So, like, there's writing up the sides. The writing's real small. I hate that.
It's very hard to read.
Spin Magazine used to be like that, and I tell you, I have trouble reading it.
Yep.
In fact, when I was working on my first book...
You don't know where to read.
When I was working on my first book, they wanted to do a layout. Someone suggested, why don't you do like one of those Gen X kind of things where you have little things written over here? And I go, you know why I said? I said, it looks cool, but you can't read it.
You know what magazine falls in that category?
It makes me nauseous.
You ever read Wired?
No.
Yeah, I can't read it.
I can't even look at that magazine.
The layout is horrible.
Sci-fi magazines and stuff like that, I won't read them because they're all like that.
Yeah, and I want to read Wired. There's some interesting stuff in there.
But you know what? They put letters on, like, bright fluorescent pages.
And I can't read it. And does anybody there actually read their own magazine, or they want it to look a certain way? Maybe I don't know.
What about the looks?
Well, Bikini had this really kind of cool thing. You know that actress, Rebecca Grayhart?
Yes.
Right. Gayheart. She's like one of the best-looking chicks I've ever seen. They photographed her in a bikini, but there was hair all over her face, and the skin is...
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, I don't know who the photographer was, but they did a thing. She looks horrible.
Really?
No,
I mean, I wouldn't even look at her.
Now, what is she from?
I don't know.
She was in that Urban Legends movie.
Right.
I mean, there's, like, you can see, like, hairs and like, her skin's folded up a weird way, and it looks like the cellulite.
Well,
I mean,
that is
that's
no
good,
favor
though.
They did her.
It's cool, but they didn't do her any favors, man. I used to be thinking she was hot. Because usually, some of these new magazines, they got, like, you know, like they want real harsh photography.
And they're destroying people's careers.
Like Bikini, their whole thing is they get, like, a middle-grade celebrity.
And put her in a bikini.
And get her in a bikini. So they've done, like, Alyssa Milano and Heather Graham. And what's Rose McGowan before she was even more famous, and just get them in bikinis.
Yeah, that's cool.
Naked.
I like the premise. I just wish I could read it.
Yeah, I've never seen anything in there I wanted to read.
Yeah, right. If I can't hold it regular and read it, F it.
No.
But
yeah, the article jumps all over the place. There's facts here. There's another thing here. And
yeah, it's hard enough to read. It's hard enough to read.
He continued as a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I don't even know why they continue stuff.
I hate the magazine.
Yeah, if I had a magazine, I would just, like, write an article and then the next article. It would be so easy to read.
Read all the ads as you flip through.
Yeah, but you know what? Who cares?
Like they end the article back in the 100s when it starts on page 29.
I hate it.
When you go to Rolling Stone at the very end, there's 7 articles that end on the same page, and you end up reading the wrong article.
But I'll tell you one thing I like about Rolling Stone. I can still read that magazine.
And the majority of the article is up front.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's this new magazine out called Brill's Content. That guy Stephen Brill. They're like a watch.
When you read Rolling Stone, have you ever read one of those like P.J. O'Rourke articles?
I happen to love P.J.
Really?
O'Rourke.
I love him. I only read stuff about rock stars. That's why I buy Rolling Stone.
In fact, I read P.J. O'Rourke's books.
Really?
I don't care what he thinks.
I don't care what anybody thinks. Yeah, but go ahead.
So anyway, Bros Content, they're like a media watchdog. That's what they do.
Okay.
So they called me and they were asking for my salary and your salary.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
I told them to call Buckle. So then finally they faxed me.
I don't want to admit that.
That if I didn't call them by the end of the day, they were printing a salary for me, which I guess is coming out. And they told me what the figure was.
A salary they made up.
Well, they did say that they polled a bunch of other producers and they came at what a guesstimate was for my salary, and that's what they were going with.
Oh, that's accurate.
No.
Okay. And the point is, they don't know what his salary is. The only people who would know is Tom. I don't even know what his salary is.
You know what? Nobody knows what my salary is. I'll tell you why.
I don't know.
There's nobody knows what my salary is except for my wife, and I'll tell you why. I get paid from K-Rock. I get paid from E.
Right.
I get paid from CBS.
Right.
And I make personal appearances.
Right.
So each of those entities knows what they pay me, but nobody knows what the full thing is.
And I've never asked any of those entities.
Entities?
Listen to this guy.
Well, we're not dressed like this. I talk like this.
There's too many people paying him.
Yeah, Jackie, let's get to your salary.
Yeah, Jackie has us all beat him.
Jackie. All right, so you say Jackie first.
It's Jackie, then Fred.
Yep.
Because Jackie does also appearances.
Yeah, and then Fred, I would say, and then Gary.
Well, wait a second. What about Ronnie? See, I think Ronnie makes... You make it sound like Ronnie...
Ronnie makes a good salary.
Ronnie, the limo driver.
Ronnie does well.
Ronnie, the limo driver, does very well.
Yeah, but I don't think he's doing your money, guy.
I don't know.
What do you think Gary makes?
I don't know, but I'm assuming...
What do you think Ronnie makes?
I think Ronnie's doing really well.
I would say that Ronnie does about 120.
And what do you think Gary makes?
What do you base that on?
I'm guessing. It's a guess. I'm guessing. I don't know. I never...
He just feels that way.
What do you think Gary gets?
I don't know. I mean...
200?
Yeah, probably.
Hey, Howard?
Wow.
Does Ronnie own the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his car.
He owns it or leases it?
Oh, he leases it.
Well, it's his business.
Do you think I'm off, Howard?
Yeah,
what?
Do you think I'm off?
I don't know. I don't know what Ron... I mean, I know what I pay Ronnie.
Do you care?
I really don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It's so uncomfortable.
See, I would never
All I know is that it's going to become part of Jackie's negotiation.
Right.
That's all I know.
Ronnie makes $120,000. Ronnie makes $120,000. I'll drive. I quit the show. Calm down. We got another 13. I need to get more money.
Like he's already getting too much
I was
money.
lied to Jackie, told him like how much I made, and I made it a really big figure, so I pissed him off.
What did you tell him?
I told him I was making like $100,000 or something, and he's like, what?
Well, Jackie got nuts once we went down to Dallas.
Because I know Jackie's very consumed with what Robin gets. I know that's a big thing. Yeah, he's consumed.
I couldn't keep a joke too long enough.
She makes so much more, that's all.
That's what you assume. You don't know that.
See, I have a big...
How do you know all this? What you know?
I spoke to Brill Magazine.
How do you know what Robin gets? Seriously, I want to know.
I have no idea.
See, I do.
Yeah.
I have a big...
Well, you might have an idea, but Jackie doesn't. But then he'll always be like, Robin gets so much more.
See, I have a basis for what you guys make.
And Howard gets so much more. You don't even know what I make.
$20 million a year.
I saw a memo. I saw a memo like 14 years ago of what all you guys made. So at least I know what...
From 14 years ago?
But at least I know what you made and what Rob made. I know what the jumping off point is.
How'd you see a memo on that?
This is such a
What
great
was the
story.
jumping off point 14 years ago?
I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah,
Come on, I would like to know.
We don't want to know.
It's not
I actually heard too, Gary, how much...
It's not just dollars. It's a whole bunch of other stuff, too.
Okay.
What?
But what happened was...
Dollars and
No, it's also incentives and some other things.
Oh.
Okay.
What happened was we used to call our hate mail before we got a lot of our own hate mail. So Tom used to keep this folder in his office. And
Tom is a moron. Can I go on record as saying that?
His assistant...
It's an idiot. Why would anyone include Tom in the loop? First of all, Tom really has very little to do with what we make.
He doesn't have anything to do.
Mel Karmazin always ends up... Tom handles the negotiations until Mel actually gets involved. And Mel handles the whole thing. Why would they give Tom why would Tom write down on a piece of paper what everyone gets?
And leave it on his desk.
Yeah, all right, go ahead. I got to hear
So
that.
what
Everybody had paid till Mel.
Yeah, right.
There was a folder that was called hate mail. And very early on when we got here, for some reason, Tom wouldn't give it to me.
Right.
So he would give me the folder, and I had to go photocopy it, then give him back the hate mail.
Right.
So one day I go to the photocopy machine, and I open it up, and I copy in this letter, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa! And at first I didn't know what, really at first I didn't know what it was, and then whoa, was like halfway through it. But
what an imbecile.
When we went from...
really, is he an imbecile?
When we went from afternoon to morning, right, it talked about what everyone's salary was going to be, and I know that it was correct because it had me in there.
Right.
It explained that I would go from this amount to this amount. In fact, there were things in there that said that not only was there salary, but it said that we had to get plate reverb, and there were things that were demand.
Right.
Oh, my God, the whole thing was in there.
Yeah, technical demand.
Right, technical demands, yeah. That's the only way you get anything put
Tom's salary in there again?
No.
It's so long.
Well, everybody, I remember, I know what Tom makes.
What do you think he makes?
I heard what he makes.
Way too much.
Way too much.
Over $1 million, probably, right?
Oh, no. A mill? Who would pay him $1 million? You think Mel would pay Tom $1 million?
It's got to be over $1 million.
You're nuts.
No,
$1 million?
Not $1 million in salary.
You think people get $1 million?
Hold on. Not $1 million in salary.
Go ahead.
But I know that these guys get stock.
Oh, they do?
That's the rumor.
Yeah, but I can't imagine they get much.
Tom's probably good for around 4 to 5.
You're out of your mind.
Salary.
I don't think they get stock, Gary. They get stock options.
Yeah, I think he's around $350.
But he does have stock.
The top sales guy gets
He has stock, but how much stock does... I bet you the sales guy... I bet you Ed Moyer makes more than Tom.
Sure. No.
Yes.
He doesn't make more than Tom.
Okay.
You know what?
Keep dreaming.
Howard might be right.
Doesn't Tom get a piece of everything?
Ed could have been... I don't know about that. Ed could have been... No, Tom gets paid a percentage of how much money he saves.
I've been to Ed's house, though, Howard.
He says that's a rumor.
Yeah.
Tom says that's just not true.
It's true.
And it's not,
What?
I've been to Ed's house. It's nice, but I wouldn't say he's making more than Tom.
Yeah, well, Ed's cheap.
Right.
But Ed makes more than Tom.
But you know what?
Don't kid yourself. If Ed wanted Tom's job tomorrow, he could have it.
You think so?
It's the most valuable guy who works here. Ed is the guy who runs this
He's the door
radio
through
station.
which all the money comes.
And never even kid yourself. Don't sit and kiss Tom's ass. Kiss Ed's. That's what I've done the whole time I'm here. I work Ed. I don't work Tom.
How much do you think Ed's good for?
He's in the...
Ed, I bet you Ed's up to about $750,000 a year.
I heard these guys way more than all that.
Nah, you're nuts.
You don't think he's around $1 million or more because of all the money that comes in?
No.
Howard, I'll give you an idea about money.
No, people don't get that kind of money.
When Boy Lee...
You know what? He probably makes $500,000 to $600,000. Let me revise.
And then, Tom, you think about $350?
Yeah, 300. John gets nuts. Because John's at 40.
No, that's combined. I never said I got him here.
All right. Rob the bank.
When Boy Lee became the general manager at WFA,
go ahead.
I remember I asked a couple of people. I was curious to see what I missed out on, and I wasn't disappointed.
What do you mean you missed out on? When were you going to be general manager?
No, you guys were goofing on me that he was doing so much better than me.
Yeah. It wasn't that impressive, right?
I wasn't disappointed.
Right.
I didn't say to myself,
telling
oh, my
you,
God, he's making so much.
Tom isn't the money earner around here. Ed Moyer is. Ed Moyer's our sales manager. And Ed goes out. Ed is an incredible salesman. The best I've ever seen. And I've been in radio 25 years.
How about Frank?
Frank Flores makes good money, but he's no Ed Moyer. How much? Probably pulling about 120 now.
See, you're way off. Now I know you're way off, Howard. Because I got a friend who's in this business, and he is less of a position than Frank, and he's doing more than that.
But he don't work for this company.
But this company is...
Whatever you want to think, you can think.
Frank does better than 120. I think he's close to 250.
All right, 200 maybe. Maybe 200.
How about Bucky?
I love all this speculation. We're just as bad as Bill Magazine.
Bucky makes good money.
Yeah. You think Bucky makes more than Frank?
Money? No, you know who makes the most money after?
You wouldn't know it looking at him. Right. Bucky makes good money.
More than Frank, you think?
Same with Ed Moyer. You wouldn't know it looking at him.
No. You know what Bucky makes more than Frank?
Earring,
that earring. He's got that diamond earring.
You know who supposedly makes the most money after Ed?
Ed could be general... Oh. Sorry, Tom. How you doing, man? Tom, why would you leave our salaries in a folder? I don't understand. Thanks a lot.
Ancient history, isn't it?
I don't know. It's not that ancient. 14 years ago.
I thought it'd be good, bit. That's pretty ancient history.
Shocked that you would do that.
I thought it'd be good for the show.
It'd be good for the show for Gary to know what everyone gets.
How about Jackie or Fred, Howard?
I just don't like talking
I don't
about
know.
this because
I don't know. I don't know because I've asked not to know. Tom, what do you want to say?
When are we coming in with all these delusions?
I think you all...
Tom, I'm closer, right?
Don't yell in my ear.
Ed could be general manager anytime. Ed has turned it down many times.
Really?
Yeah. He has. You don't know that? You know that, right?
Yeah. What's he going to make Tom then? The Grand Poobah?
Tom would be... Tom, you make $1 million a year. Explain to these guys you don't make $1 million a year. Come over here. Talk to this guy. And I got to take a break.
And I want to talk about Jackie and Fred because I do have a theory on that.
I think Tom makes $1 million.
Tom, do you make $1 million a year? No way, right?
I'm not. No comment.
Okay. Yes, he does, Howard.
Wow.
Did you come in here?
Do you think everybody in America gets $1 million? You know what $1 million? $1 million?
30 years.
I don't care. Why do you think he's busy giving everyone 3% raises? That's all he gets.
That's right. His salary.
4%.
4% is what he gets. He's not dicking you around.
He gets a nice bonus on, on paying everyone less.
If we want
If the company runs a certain way, Tom will do better.
Are there bonuses in this company?
Based on profits, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he gets stock options.
With salary and bonus, I think that he's in a good range.
Yeah. You're off.
And believe me,
no way he makes $1 million.
Even you
Tom
said,
got in on the first
Howard, bonus and stock options? Come on.
Howard, even you said that Tom is the best.
Ed Moyer makes more than Tom.
Tom, is that true?
I don't know.
Tom, just help me out with that. That these guys will shut their mouths. Would you say that Ed Moyer makes more than you?
No, I won't say that.
You won't.
Yeah, I don't think
do you believe that?
I'm not.
If I was to ask you, who do you think makes more money, you or Ed Moyer? Wouldn't you say Ed Moyer?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that.
Really?
All right, can I ask Tom a question?
I don't believe it.
Is it true that sometimes King Midas walks around this hall and just touches you and gives you stock?
No. Not true. Not true.
I mean, but people do get stock.
He always got options.
Yeah.
Not options.
But he doesn't get options. I mean, oh, you mean they just give him the stock? No, you're insane.
Excuse me. This is not what we're talking about anyway. We are talking about salary.
Right. And Tom doesn't get handed stock.
No. Nobody hands
that was a big rumor around.
No, not hand anybody anything.
When he first
What?
As he should.
Right.
If somebody hands you stock, that's like handing you salary.
You're getting some stock?
We're all getting some.
Well,
the company's got stock on it.
I'm not an employee. I don't get any.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I am an employee.
Look at that big tooth, big lipped bastard getting stock.
Employee.
All right.
All the eligible.
All right, Mike is on the phone. He says he knows what Tom makes.
Okay.
How would he know? Mike, how would you know?
That's catty.
Mike, how would you know what Tom makes?
It's in Crane's magazine for the top 10 business list.
In Crane's?
Yeah, in Crane's. In 1997, in Crane's, Tom was listed with a total package of making an excess of $13 million.
No. Tom? You talking about Tom Chiasano?
That's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise
Matter of
making
fact,
it.
when I looked it up,
Tom can't even count to 13.
Tom Chiasano makes 30. You're insane. All right, I got to take a break.
Hold on, Howard. Gary had a theory about Jackie and Fred.
You got a new theory.
What is the quick theory? Come on, I got to take a break.
I'll give it to you real quick.
Or else none of you will be making anything.
Ed TV was really good.
You like Ed TV?
Yeah, I did. Good timing, Tom.
Good. Guy's gone for over 45 minutes.
I was here ready to do it.
I know. Go ahead.
Really quickly, I always think that there's been a weird thing because Fred, from day one, has always been represented by somebody, by Don.
Right.
So that he'll probably get better things for him. And Jackie hasn't been represented that well, especially in the beginning stages of his career.
So Fred might be making more.
I think Fred might make more because he was just better represented for a longer time.
Interesting.
Oh, no.
Jackie's walking out again.
Why does he have to start that fire?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I tell you should never have these.
I think
it is refreshing that I didn't start it.
No, it's been
here's the question. Howard, do you think?
Why?
Do you think that Fred?
I don't think anything. I don't want to know.
No, or Jackie are millionaires?
Oh, please. I don't know. Jackie's a millionaire?
Jackie's in real estate alone.
$1 million? Do you see the homes he owns? Those 3 houses are less money than what he paid
Those
for.
3 houses together are probably close to $758.
Yeah, and he paid $900.
How about Fred?
Please.
Where's Mike? I'd love to see that Crane's article.
Yeah, you want that. You want to frame that. I think that's great. Okay. You deserve every penny you get.
My special guest today, Howard Stern, is the worst nightmare on our pop cultural landscape. His humor can be